days ago, I was watching an episode on the Howard Stern show, which was with Ozzy Osbourne. I love Black Sabbath, I love heavy metal. In that episode, Ozzy Osbourne mentioned that if you want to achieve something, then you actually need the people around you to help you. And I was like, well, that's it, I'm done. But then a few hours ago, I kind of had an epiphany. So I took a piece of paper and wrote down grind 365. It was kind of an outline for the next 365 days in my life starting from today. And I wanted to begin this grind 365 by working for 24 hours non-stop. So I took a paper again and wrote down a plan. But you know what happened? 8 hours into it, almost 8 hours into it, I kind of broke down. It wasn't very easy, it was a lot more harder than I anticipated. I couldn't handle it. So maybe about 5.5 hours into it, I was completely drained and I couldn't take it any further. On any other day, I would have stopped. It would be pack up. But this is grind 365. So what I did is, I restarted it from that point. So now it is not 24 hours non-stop, it is 32 hours. So the goal is not changed. It's the same goal, 8 hours wasted, we'll restart again for the next 24 hours. So overall, 32 hours. I would not be filming the first 8 hours because I'm a little bit embarrassed because, you know, if you want to know what happened, wait till the end of the video. So here it begins.
Let's take a look at the blueprint. Here is the objectives. The most important observation here is that in this challenge, I'm not just awake for 32 hours, I'm continuously working for 32 hours straight. That's a Herculean task for both the mind and the body.
So here it is. I haven't played this guitar in quite a long time, but I see that the strings are new, the Dario strings. The cue was a little bit noisy, but I guess that won't be a problem. So let's see, here it begins. We'll see if I can play tapping in less than 24 hours. I'll be playing on the B string between frets 5, 6 and 7 because that's comparatively easy. So I'll begin with a series of hammer-ons and pull-offs. That's like step 1. So hammer-ons and pull-offs, here we go. So yes, that's the end of first session. Yeah. So hello. So about 20 hours into the challenge, here is my first update. I've written it down on a piece of paper because I'm so tired and I'm not able to think straight. My mind is numb. That's the biggest thing. But my body is aching. My both my knees are aching. My lower back is aching. Nothing worth mentioning. I mean, just needed to put it out there. I was anticipating this for sure. If anybody wants to know what it actually feels like, it feels like I'm being pierced through my knee with a needle. Yeah, that's there. But come on, I was anticipating that. But what that surprised me the most was that earlier, before doing this experiment, I was afraid. I was genuinely worried about my mental health, to be honest, because of my history with anxiety-related issues. I feared that straining too much would invite new troubles in this department. But it turns out the more I strained my body, at least in this case, the more I strained my mind, I'm sorry, it's the mind, the more I strained my mind, the easier it got me to get rid of the thoughts. So the intrusive thoughts, they came and they left, and it occurred like they don't belong in here. And for me, that was a great surprise. And till this point, this is the biggest takeaway from this challenge. And I'm really proud right now for this, that I did this challenge. Also, drinking a lot of water helped. We'll get you updated. Hey, one more thing, one last thing. The purpose of this video is not to flaunt the success of it, or its perfection for that matter. This video is only for one thing, for its experience. I needed to know what it would be, so I did this. Okay, but I was really tired, and at some point, I did doze off. And in that sleep, I had a dream. A good one. After a very long time, I had a good dream. But then when I woke up, I needed more, and I went back to sleep. But now, it got progressively darker. I'm talking about the dreams here. The dreams got darker and darker, and I woke up only when the dreams became nightmares. I have no regret. I don't regret doing that because it helped me internalize a fact that I already knew, but now I know it from my experience that the only source of motivation is necessity, and that the innate nature of humankind is laziness. I did this video only because I had no other option. Had there been another option which was at least remotely uh, effective, I would have done that. I wouldn't have gone through all this trouble. There wasn't any, so I did that. In 32 hours, twice I was motivated by necessity to carry forward with this experiment. That's a lesson that I'm never gonna forget. A regret. I do this all the time. I never let go of things unless they are completed perfectly. So every time every time I wait for an opportunity, that one final opportunity where every single parameter involved in it is optimized to a level where it can't get any better. It never happens, and I never end up finishing anything. But that's all gonna stop because now I've written it all down so that
While editing, I couldn't help but notice that I don't have enough subscribers. I started this channel because my business is not gonna be profitable for at least another year. I like to see results and I need this extra bit of validation. So here it is, the YouTube channel. You know what the best thing about starting a YouTube channel is? You know all those things that are traditionally associated with helping a struggling friend? With a YouTube channel, it's very easy. You don't have to support the person financially, or you don't even have to offer a moral support. All you got to do is subscribe. You're just one click away from all those traditional responsibilities. Well, why don't you give it a try? Do you know what the saddest part about this is? The ones who don't subscribe, I see them under Facebook posts commenting amen, expecting, hoping something good to happen. Yeah, why don't you comment under this video? I'll at least give you a heart.
So, one final review. Was the tapping good? No, not by any stretch of imagination. But was it that bad? No, come on, give me some credit. I had no prior knowledge of the technique. I played non-stop for hours. And 2 hours into playing, my fingers started bleeding, but I played through the pain anyway. The 3 videos that I was supposed to upload, did I finish them? Oh yes, I did. Health log? Oh yes, I did. Couldn't get any better.
Before that, the important question, was all this worth the time? Absolutely yes. I learned that we are always and perhaps only motivated by necessity, but the innate nature of humankind is laziness. Perspective matters. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, the right way to get something done is to actually get it done before laziness engulfs the idea completely, forever. That would be my biggest takeaway from this experiment. I've always waited for the right moment, the moment motivation and inspiration flooded my mind. But I just kept waiting and waiting. And the more I waited, the more laziness crept in. And the worst part is that it always brought visitors. 20 hours into the challenge, I not only learned that there is an actual right way, but got to experience it. Now that I have invested all my effort and time into this unconditionally, I can proudly say that I did complete justice to this new revelation. So now, when I dream of a better tomorrow, I know I deserve it like never before. So here is the comprehensive health log as promised.